Hello, everybody. How's it going out there? This is Dave with Night Politics and Religion. Hope everyone's having a good day, a good week, and most importantly, having a good life. I was unsure about doing a video today or not because there were plenty of things I could talk about, but nothing really stuck out to me. But this one definitely does. It's pretty important. We have a new federal holiday. I'll link in the description for article and see if there's stuff we'll talk about right now, and we'll discuss it. It says President Biden signs Juneteenth bill create a new federal holiday commemorating end of slavery in the United States. Because like typical CNBC articles, it has like little bullet points to highlight it, and then it has the article below it with detail. The bullet points are pretty accurate most of the time with them. Of course, they'll probably be suspended always with most media outlets because there's always some kind of bias. But anyway, so President Joe Biden signed a bill establishing Juneteenth, the date marking the end of slavery in the United States, as a federal holiday. Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are slated to deliver remarks in the East Room, according to the White House. The New York Stock Exchange will not close Friday or tomorrow because Juneteenth actually takes place June 19th, falls on Saturday this year. But will evaluate closing markets for the holiday in 2022. The Juneteenth National Independence Day became the first new federal holiday since Martin Luther King Jr. Day in 1983. And it goes on to say that, of course, this went through the Congress, passed both houses of Congress, was signed by Biden. As you would expect, obviously, this would pass considering both of them are essentially Democratic controlled. Some GOP actually went along with this as well. Of course, in a sense, a 50-50 match pretty much in most cases with Manchin, but Manchin obviously would go along with that. Now, in regards to Juneteenth, we obviously don't know what Juneteenth is. Juneteenth was the very last day that slavery was acknowledged to be ended. It happened in 1865, June 19th. General Gordon Granger arrived in the coast city of Galveston, Texas. Number 3, into slavery in that state, which was the last place where slavery had stood because during that time, obviously, being further away from the rest of the country, they didn't know about it being ended, whatever. So that's when they ended it. Now, this has had its critics. The Juneteenth national holiday being established does have its critics. As we expect, Charlie Kirk has discussed, talking about how it's racially based, at least more division, whatever, and some GOP people have shared that sentiment as well. But and as someone, again, if you look, I just started uploading this channel, so if you look at the description, you know my political tendency or libertarian leaning. And my personal opinion on what's happened the last couple of years. There's been a lot of activism. Some has been a little over the top. There's been some media spin, absolutely, yes, there has been. But I think we can all agree universally that regardless of your background, unless you're just a racist prick, that slavery was a bad thing. Slavery was a bad thing. It should have never happened. And yes, it definitely was not consistent with the United States. Slavery was all across the world. I understand that. You can even argue that this was part of a social activist bill. And some may be annoyed with the social activist law, which I am sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I tend to go a little crazy with it. But I think most Americans can agree that slavery is a bad thing. And commemorating the end of slavery, I think, is a good thing. So I personally have an issue with Juneteenth being a national holiday. It doesn't bother me one bit. Like MLK doesn't bother me being a national holiday because Martin Luther King was a hero in the idea of civil rights and the peaceful means through doing these things like that. Martin Luther King was all accounts a very good man, killed for his beliefs by people on the other side, unfortunately. I personally have an issue with Juneteenth being a federal holiday. As for most people, I think some businesses will acknowledge Juneteenth. I'm not sure if it'll affect me because I work for a bank and we're usually pretty close to the New York Stock Exchange, and they're not acknowledging it tomorrow. And it's kind of short notice too with business needs and whatnot. So I don't know if they'll establish it or not. Like they did when they gave us Columbus Day, they gave us the option to recognize a Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day. So I don't know if they'll do something like that or not, or make it a floating holiday. I have no clue. But either way, Juneteenth being a national holiday, I don't have an issue with it. I think we agree slavery is a bad thing, and we shouldn't have had slavery. You may argue, okay, well, it's because social justice, because Democrats are pushing race an issue. Maybe a little bit. That might be true. That might be true to an extent. I'm not going to deny that. But in general, acknowledging Juneteenth, I think, is a good thing. I think most of us don't even know about Juneteenth. If you're not really activist in the cause, you don't know what Juneteenth is supposed to mean. And we all know slavery. None of us, most reasonable people don't accept slavery as a good thing. And the fact that slavery is gone is obviously very good. But at the same time, I didn't know much about Juneteenth, so I have no issue with this being a federal holiday. I'm sure some of you may not like that response. Give me your thoughts in the comments section. What do you think about it? Tell me why you don't like it. If you don't like it, tell me why you do like it. Or you like me, where you kind of, okay, well, I'm sick of the social justice stuff all the time being pushed down our throats. But at the same time, slavery sucks, and we should acknowledge the end of it. That's where I stand on it. So, your thoughts in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.